Mythic Quest is one of the funniest and best TV shows out there, and I have great news. They're making more of it. Here to tell me all about it, please welcome the Mythic Quest headquarters dev team, David Hornsby, Imani Hakim, Charlotte Nikta, Danny Pudi, Jessie, Ennis, and Ashley Burch. Hey guys.
Hey. we lost Charlotte along the way.
Yeah. Charlotte's a ghost.
Charlotte's gone.
She is there. She's just a ghost. She just apparated away. It's fine. So at the end of the last season, we saw Poppy and Ian sort of branch off on their own. How will that affect the dynamic now that everybody's presumably in two separate offices?
Well, David's in charge, so we're good there. That's number one. Yeah, when we rejoin season 3, we're going to see that Ian and Poppy have broken off and started their own company. So we'll have some storylines there. We'll have some storylines obviously back at Mythic Quest, but we'll be playing around with a lot of new pairings.
Yeah.
It'll be fun.
So will we see any new faces now that there's some vacancies in the office?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, we will. We've got some new testers. We've got a beefcake that will join our cast at some point.
Yeah,
Just one. Only one.
There could be only one. Other than us, obviously.
Other than us, obviously.
Really? Yeah, and we have Naomi, who plays Carol, who has just a bigger role this season in the stories and is
She's
super
so
funny.
She's hilarious.
She's
So funny.
amazing. So funny.
Yeah.
So your guys' last renewal was for 2 seasons.
Yeah.
Did that change the way you were able to plan, or did you keep it kind of business as usual?
Planning is all, look, we all know planning is hard. It's hard to I didn't know what I was going to wear this morning. You want me to know what happens in episode 30-something? That's tough. But no, it did affect where, like, when you know that you're coming back, you're able to talk stories and the future direction. So yeah, it did affect kind of where we put the end of the season.
Ashley, will your character's writer journey mirror your own at all, or is she branching off on her own path?
Rachel's actually not having the best time at school. One of my favorite discoveries about Rachel this season is that she's kind of dumb.
She's well-intentioned.
She's well-intentioned and pretty dumb.
Season 3 discovery. Hey. Not good at school, maybe.
You know, she's sweet, but she's slow. So, so yeah, she's not having the best time. I mean, David maybe can speak more to whether or not that coincides with my own writer journey. But she's basically trying to see if there's maybe something else in the world out there for her, potentially. She's having a bit of an existential crisis.
Speaking of existential crises, things got shook up a little bit with going to jail. So how does Joe, Brad, and David's frenemyship look now that we're like post-prison? Or is it even prison? You're only there for like 4 months.
Yeah, that is quite the crisis that we landed ourselves at. Brad is out of jail, thankfully, in season 3. Finds himself back at Mythic Quest, actually in a new role as the janitor. And
Which I find very suspicious.
Yeah.
He can't be up to any good.
But I think he's turning into a leaf. At least that's the sort of journey that he's on. And in this new role, he gets to, I guess, interact with a lot of new people as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we saw Jo crash and burn with her addiction to power, and so season 3, we kind of watch her struggle with a sobriety of power in a way, and then she gets pretty laser focused on helping David, and she just wants to make miracles happen.
When the two of them come together, though, post season 2 intensity, there's that feeling of old lovers running into one another.
Electricity.
There's an electricity that only that everyone else finds very bizarre.
One of my favorite things is that when we do interact, rarely is there eye contact between our characters.
And season 3, we really upped the end. We did a lot of back-to-back scenes. We did scenes where we're catty corner at a desk and we're not talking to, like, looking at each other. But
Not even in rooms sometimes. We had to edit them together.
it was very fun.
Yeah.
So Rachel and Dana are on really different paths this year. Will everybody's favorite ship make it through, or do we see some troubles?
We make it through. We make it through. I think that Rachel and Dana, they have this really strong support system, which is really nice. And even though they are diving into their individual journeys and Rachel's figuring out her schooling, and Dana is now connected to Ian, which they have a lot of similarities, which is really fun. They have a very strong connection, and we're able to just see them like flourish in that. Yeah.
Does Dana move past Goat Simulator at all, or is that still her laser
You
focus?
just wait. Dana's gonna show up and Dana's gonna show out. she really evolves.
Do you ever move past Goat Simulator? It touches you. I don't
Okay.
think you tend to move on. It's always there.
So Quarantine and Everlight were two such magical episodes that really connected with audiences. Obviously, we're post-vaccine now, so are any other sort of special episodes like that on the way, or are those sort of contained to the scenario that we were in at the time?
Yeah, I mean, I think what's special about those is they spoke to where we were at the time, and so that's, I think, why hopefully people connected with it. We always have a breakaway episode and are always trying to change it up for ourselves, you know, as on the creative team. So we're not repeating ourselves, but we don't have we're not filming any episodes from our homes this year, which I think is a good model.
I love that for us.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
We're bad.
All right, so for you as people, who's a wolf, who's a shark, who's a mouse?
I'm a mouse. I'm pretty sure I'm a mouse. I'm just gonna say that.
I took the test and I'm a dolphin.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And then I took it in character and got shark.
I really want to be a wolf. I don't know if I am, but I really want to be a wolf. Yeah.
That's fair.
Yeah, I think so too. I want to be a wolf too.
I'd say you're a wolf.
So,
Yeah.
thank you.
David, what do you think you are?
David?
What's the fussiest animal?
A poodle.
Yeah, a
poodle.
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 Yeah.
Dalmatians are kind of fussy too.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, throw it in the mix. I'm a breed of them all. Like a Voltron of fussiness that all hybrid.
Well, thank you all so much. Mythic Quest Season 3 is just around the corner, exclusively on Apple TV+, and so is more of IGN's live Comic-Con coverage. Thanks so much for watching.